hey. Please don't pop up like a zombie.
Girl, I am still exhausted. Like I still haven't really slept in days. So yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like a little bit like a just kind of a
You did just pop up like bloop.
like one of those.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to If You Like It, I Love It. Everybody's favorite live stream, right? It's Wednesday, and it is your favorite candy lady, Miss I Candy, and I got my girl Karma Fox with me. So listen, y'all. This week is a little different, just like last week was a little different. There is no Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville is on break. So we're gonna do the Housewives of Atlanta. That's how we're gonna do it, right? I'm gonna lead it up until where I stop watching. And then Karma gonna pick it up from there, okay?
Got my notes.
Okay. So I got a good 25 minutes in. And then it was time to go. So I'm gonna tell you what I got, and then we're gonna go. But one part that I got, I do want to discuss. So I'm happy that I got something to say. But then after that, we don't have Huntsville, so we're gonna give you guys just a recap of our weekend because Carmen and I finally got together this weekend, and we got to hang out and kick it in Cincinnati, and Carmen got to go see Beyonce. So I think it's gonna be, we got a little bit to talk about. So we're gonna give y'all a recap on that. So without further ado, let's do this. About my handy dandy trusty notes in my phone. This is the Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 11. And let me put up my little break thingy. Bam! So I know where the cut. Okay, so it picks up where last episode left off, where Drew ran out crying because Sheree hurt her feelings, talking about that chef and that lawsuit, right? So she was saying how it was serious to her. It's not a joke. It's not like something lighthearted. This is like her real life, and it's very emotionally draining to go through what she's going through with this lawsuit. This is like for real.
Right.
This ain't a joke, and people joking like, "Oh, that's nothing." No, this is like her life, and there's other shit behind it. So, that's why she got emotional. So, okay. Then her and Sheree go back and forth for a minute. They just didn't think it was serious. I guess they didn't pay attention to the severity of it for Drew because you know what I'm saying? It could be something to the public that looks like it's light, but behind the scenes, this way deeper than we're letting be known or something else. That's just, you don't really know how something is until you in somebody's shoes. For real. But to be friends and to be joking about it could be a little hurtful. I would think if I like really consider somebody my friend and they was like doing it. But again, they coworkers.
Coworkers, exactly. So it's kind of like
my coworkers going through stuff I really don't know. And a couple of them I probably don't care. So it is what it is. But then Kenya says they should all split it. It's 8 of them. It's only $1,000. If they split it, it could go away. And Drew was like, it is more than $1,000. And Kenya said, it'll make her go away. Just give her $1,000 and she'll go away. Drew was like, you don't think we paid her? You don't think? I said, oh, shit. Wait a minute. So you done already paid this person. And it's like, it's seeming as if the way they're implying to me, my impression, my interpretation of this is it's an embezzlement going on. This person is still trying to milk them out of money, and they finally gave up. What did you think of just that little part when she said that, Karma?
I don't want to say I don't believe Drew. I don't want to say I don't believe her. But I just believe that for you to be this emotional and this deep, that something else is going on. So this is what I'm thinking. I feel like we're having some foreshadowing of her and Ralph
divorce for sure
breaking down because as a celebrity, I just feel like extortion and lawsuits kind of come with the territory. It comes with the territory. So because this is like her first lawsuit, and the first lawsuit is like $1,000, and you already paid her some money, and now she wants more money. I just feel like, well, I would have thought she would have asked more than 1,000 if she's coming back a second time. I would have thought it would have been more than 1,000, right? So I really, what it was giving to me was stress beyond this lawsuit.
Okay.
And the lawsuit joke was the cherry. Like, you know what I mean? Like already on edge.
Gotcha. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. It's just like the thing that broke the camel's back that made you just snap.
Yeah, because, you know, Kenya was making a point there where she's like, do you not have a good lawyer? Because why can't this go away? $1,000, like this just, it's more to it. It's like she said, it's more to it. It is more to it. And I wish she would have went into a little bit more detail, but maybe you missed that. And I'll have to pick some of that up because she does say a little bit more in her confessional.
Okay. So, she also mentioned something. This is what I wrote. I mean, a lot more happened. They kept talking, going back and forth, and are we going in? You know, people was leaving and out of the room, whatever. But one thing that Drew has said, I think, in her confessional or to somebody, she might have been saying it to one person, or it was her confessional where she had said Drew was in Vegas and his producer. She said something about a producer oiling him down, and I was like, wait a minute, what is going on? It seemed like.
And that's the part of the confessional I was talking about. Like, that's the part where I said, what are we talking about? Because then she's like, and then that's the same producer that got him a little Chippendale Rescue Ranger, Wreck-It Ralph audition, right? And now she doesn't trust him in Vegas. That's why this made sense. And with Kenya saying if there's something wrong with her, then it's because of Ralph. It does. It's giving your marriage is falling apart and some things behind the scenes is falling at the seams. And that just kind of sent you over an edge.
Yeah.
So I don't know which producer it was because that's a big accusation. So a producer on RHOA?
That's what I was on this show?
I need a name. That producer needs if we gonna do it, we gonna do it. If she
break that wall. Break it down. Break that wall.
I was kind of mad they skated past that part.
Me too. I was like,
oh, is the producer.
What was a follow-up question? You know how sometimes when they in confessional,
I told you they don't ask no
follow-up question when it's a good question. That was the time to be like, what producer? Somebody, you should have just said, what producer? Who are you talking about?
On this show? Because it's on the show you want.
Yes.
Or are you talking about a movie producer? Like on one of your movie sets? What producer? Who is she? Where's she come from?
Questions.
No, they'll never ask no follow-ups. That's because they already know who the producer is.
So they skated past this part, but I did type that like oiling. Who is this lady? And why was she oiling him? What was that?
And I couldn't get, are you saying it was a producer or are you saying that it was the lady in the lawsuit?
Yeah, exactly. The chef in the lawsuit. That's what
the chef in the lawsuit.
Yeah,
pulled him up in front of a producer, or it was a producer. I didn't have time to rewind it back to hear it again. I'm thinking that it's the lady in the lawsuit, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch.
The lady in the lawsuit wouldn't be having him go to Vegas for something else, so that didn't make sense. That's why I said it was real confusing.
But you seem to be okay with Vegas. So when did you not be okay with Vegas?
Yeah.
Because you told the group he was going. So when were you not okay?
Well, she said that to the group. She implied she wasn't okay when, because she said, check on him. Make sure you have your husband check on him because he in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
So she wasn't okay with it.
Ah. Well, he fit to be swinging his thingin' in Vegas. Getting oiled down.
So then Sanya, they go, I guess, to a table to eat or something, and Sanya is like giving her 2 cents about everything. Like, well, I think we all should. I don't know what she said because it ain't matter. Then it was funny because Kenya was like, "Girl, put your 2 cents in the bucket. Don't nobody care." And I was like, "Yeah, I did not."
And pass it around. That's what she said, and then pass it around.
Yeah, I did not care about her.
She said that was the first time she seen Drew vulnerable.
Okay. Maybe authentically vulnerable. Maybe that's what she meant. Maybe she meant like, and she ain't acting, like it's for real. Because that part did seem real.
I was just confused. You know how sometimes like You ever meet somebody or had a friend or whatever, and y'all all were joking, and somebody just bust out crying out of nowhere, and it's kind of like a shock
Yeah.
wave of like, what's going on here? Honestly, that's what that scene gave me. I think people were just like confused
Yeah.
because no one thought that the conversation was so whatever for her to
Right.
just cry like that. And I
Right.
think
And
that's why
that's
everyone
what
was
I
kind of
think
like,
that's
oh,
what made it seem
you.
real, because when she normally does her acting stuff where she's trying to make us feel sorry for her, no one really like looks like confused or anything. They kind of look like, okay, scene. You know what I mean? Like they're all on. But that moment just seemed like was too chaotic. Like people was like, wait, what happened for real? Hold on, what? And then when she got outside and she was like, this is my real life. Like y'all don't like it seemed like that was when it was like the fourth wall broke and we really got Drew. So that's what I think.
They kill me with that statement because what are we watching? Fake life?
Yes, yes. We are totally watching fake life. For sure.
Every time
Makeup
somebody say that, I be
storyline.
like,
Makeup
I guess they
storyline.
mean it in a sentiment of, there are some things that they may not be able to share, like a lawsuit, or
Mhm.
some things that we just are not going to see because it's just that personal or that vulnerable for them. I'm
I
going to
think
be hopeful
sometimes
and
they
interpret
just
that
I
way.
think sometimes some stuff they just want to keep to themselves. They don't want us
And
to know.
I honestly think that's okay. I don't think we need
Yeah.
every single aspect
Yeah.
of their
Just
life.
think about Potomac and how Robin was not letting us know what was going on with Juan. And
Well, Robin's a different case, ma'am,
but I'm
because
saying that
Robin act like she don't go to work.
but that was something that Robin did not want us to know. Like we wasn't getting nothing
But
anyway.
that
But once
part,
that happened, she was like, she didn't want to give it to us.
Robin's not a great example. Because Robin, you gotta tell us your man cheating and stuff. And that he getting like that your coupleness is a part of the show. But like if Robin didn't want to speak on those allegations, I would have understood because that, honey, one wrong move could send your man to jails. Hey, Beret.
Hey, Resi Poo. Okay, so I get what you're saying because Robin didn't give us anything, right?
Nothing.
I know, never.
Nothing.
So you can't keep something that's really happening away from us because you ain't gave us nothing to make up for it. But I feel
Nothing.
like that was the one thing she was like, y'all, I get it, but I can't give y'all this. She was really trying to hold that, just like Drew was probably really trying to hold whatever this chef situation, all of this, Tampa, she was really trying to hold on to her marriage and not get it exposed, like for real. And this was like a moment where she was like, I give up. Like this shit is really happening in my life and y'all don't get it. Like, I mean, again, a lot of times I don't feel sorry for her. It does not feel authentic, but that moment felt authentic to me.
I want her when she comes back next season and she's not with Ralph. Like I said,
Mhm.
sometimes I feel like the girls are more palatable when they are single
Yeah.
than the men that they pick.
Hmm.
So I'm interested to see Drew outside of Ralph.
Me too. Me too.
I think she's going to turn into one of the fan favorites.
I think so too. Especially if she gives us the truth. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Give us
I
the
do.
real. And I know sometimes that shit is hard, but when y'all sign up for reality TV, y'all sign up to give us the real. Like this is why I can't be on reality TV.
Yeah, no.
I can't do it. I personally cannot do it. So y'all would be pissed because there would be some stuff that I would really be trying to hold for myself, and I don't want out there. So that's why I can't do it. I
I'm
can't.
gonna be late to taping, especially because I don't want to. Especially because I don't want to be there. If I don't like a group of bitches, I'm gonna be late to tame it. Karma, my love, I subscribe to your TikTok and I love you even more. Oh, Barista.
Y'all know Karma went viral this weekend, y'all.
Oh my God. Maybe that should be the viral video of the week on Friday's Hot Topic.
Yes, it should be. I think
So
it
again,
should.
oh, thank you, Perez. Perez, make sure you put your TikTok name in there so I can follow you back because you've been rocking with me since day one. So make sure you put it in there because I want to follow you back.
Woo. Okay, so um, Candy's been busy, and she can understand how the girls are like. We've been inviting you to everything, and you really don't show up. Eventually, we're not going to ask you no more. And she said, and she actually understands it because she would be like that too. You know what I mean? Because think about that, Karma. And that's the thing. I can be like that. I can be that friend sometimes, and not intentionally, right? Not intentionally at all. But life happens. Life really happens. And you don't mean to neglect your friends or neglect certain people. But when you have other priorities that take heed, they need attending to. Sometimes something has to go to the wayside, and sometimes that might be a friendship, that might be a girls' brunch that we normally go to, once a month or whatever. Like it might not happen because I got like real life stuff that I have to tend to. So I understand like that's what Candy's doing. Candy has like real jobs. Like it's like the Housewives is a job, right? Like y'all's job is to be friends for these tapings, and y'all have to figure out how to make it work because y'all have to be able to be friends for these tapings. So everybody else is kind of chipping in and trying to be friends and fight and give us whatever. And Candy really been busy. She ain't really been dealing with y'all. I can't make it. I got this. I got that.
I
So
wish people would just take Candy at face value and let it the fuck go. Just let it go. Candy is a friend that right now she is extremely ambitious and she's not really emotionally available in that area. She said it multiple times. She showed us multiple times. So I don't know why Candy can't be a friend for them that you see when you see. Like especially like the older you grow and the more life changes, you have those friends where it may be one person you might talk to every other day or every day, and then you may have other friends y'all catch up every couple months, y'all take. But like I feel like the expectation that they want from Candy is crazy to me because y'all know who she is.
yeah.
So either choose to be in relationship with who she is right now or don't and get the hell off my screen, because I'm not gonna keep hearing the same ass storyline about Candy not balancing work, friends, and home.
But okay, so if your job is to be a friend and you're not being there, you're missing tapings, you're missing this, you're missing that, you're not there, you're not connected and engaged, and that's actually part of your job because the co-workership is a friendship that they're paid to be had. If Candy's slacking on her part, does that mean she loses her job? It's time to let Candy go. Candy, it's time for you. If you're going to choose to be this ambitious and you're going to neglect the housewives, it's time for you to step back and let us get a new housewife. You think it's time, Karma?
I think it's whatever time the producers and Candy feel. If Candy feels like she doesn't want to do Housewives no more, that's not her only source of income. I feel like, respectfully, I'm not saying that the other girls don't have other businesses, but I don't think they're as business savvy and lucrative as Candy. So if the housewife, she's not back on next season, I know her fan base ain't gonna change. She still got 30,000 podcasts and other ways for people to get in touch with Candy, and Candy may have her own motherfucking show where we follow Escape plus her family plus the goddamn restaurant. Candy can bring her own ensemble. So if this ensemble doesn't work, I am sure there's other opportunities for Candy. They need to leave her alone. They really kind of do. Just let it go.
I think it's time for Candy to step back, and that's not a bad thing or a diss or whatever. But I feel like this is what we were saying as far as revamping the show. Candy step back and become a producer. Like I think it's time. Candy has graduated. She has totally graduated. You have graduated. I mean, graduated the class of housewives.
And if they take Candy off, they can go ahead and figure out how to kumbaya and bring Nene back. To be quite honest, I see that's the difference. Like
outgrown housewives, you've outgrown it. That's what it is at this point. You have actually
Nene ain't outgrown. You can bring Nene back,
yeah,
if you want to. But even when I did the revamping series with you, remember I had Candy in the back.
Yeah.
Like I had Candy off.
Yeah.
Only because I just think that Candy is a little bit bigger now than RHOA. I think that, and one could argue Candy hasn't been like her shows have gotten canceled after a while, but I do think Candy brings more value with bringing other people on in another format of an ensemble. I don't think it has to be Housewives. I just don't. And Candy, and even on that show, they're gonna have the same little issues with her balancing, but it just won't. I don't feel like it's gonna be as heavy because they'll probably all be actual friends.
Candy was able to give us more with Escape. So,
but she said Escape is something that was, if you think about it, with Escape, they were on like a 10-year hiatus. There were a lot of unresolved issues within Escape. So yes, when she got to Escape, she gave you what she could give, but she did that with RHOA. We done seen a lot. She gave what she could give.
Yeah.
Right now, where
Not
she's
all.
at in her life is pretty even, and
Yeah.
people have to be okay. And that's why we have an ensemble cast where some people, some seasons ain't gonna have that much going on. That's
Yeah.
why you got these other girls. Drew should be carrying this season.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you got the biggest storyline. You got a possible lesbian scandal, and your husband trying to strip, and all of that. You should be carrying this season. You have the most personal
It has to
story.
be. It has to be. She's gonna have to start to say this show. Drew, give it to us, girl. Next, whatever episodes we got need to be Drew. Bam,
Just
bam.
like Phaedra carried the season with Apollo, in my opinion.
Y'all follow Perez. Y'all see that? TikTok.
Just like, Phaedra followed, carried with Apollo, and, Greg, the storyline with him being sick. All of the girls at some point, to me, carried seasons. Honestly, Cynthia's divorce carried. Like, it happens. I don't know if they forgot the formula or what, but this is not working. I'm so fucking sick of them talking about Kandi going to work. I want them to go to work. Maybe their feelings won't be that hurt if everybody just go to somewhere. And then Sheree, oh, that's the next thing. Go ahead.
Okay, that's probably one there. Okay, so here we go. The next day they trying to go do some activities that Sheree got planned. They waiting on Kenya like lagging or whatever. I don't know what's going on with her. But while they're waiting, Kenya is getting dressed. I guess she gets there. Right when she gets down and she's walking towards the van, she slipped and bust her ass. Like Paul's kind of hard. It looked hard. She hurt.
It made me touch my back. It did. Yeah. It made me touch my back. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, she fell. So then she had to go ambulance. Like she broke her back or something. So Kandi go with her. This Kandi's last day.
Kandi looked so tired. She looked at so when she said, Kandi, can you come with me? I swear Kandi looked like, God damn.
And I thought that was a little messed up for her to make Kandi go.
Because it's like, okay, so Kandi been sick
right
on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
The day she feel better, the day you fall on the ground, she can't go. She can't do no pottery because she with you. All right, let's
like I'm here right now. I'm being Kandi right now. Okay. Hungry. Okay. This is my first meal of the day, y'all. I'm hungry as heck. I'm sorry. Okay, so Courtney says, and this is when I stopped. Courtney throw a little bit of shade. I see a little bit more. I mean, I saw a little bit more after this, but I didn't take notes. But Courtney said, which was true, but it was shady, how it's the second time they go on a trip and Kenya end up on a stretcher leaving. I said, I don't know, is she clumsy or what? Or just
Courtney called it karma because she a mean girl.
Oh, I didn't catch that part. Ooh.
Courtney said it was karma because Kenya is a mean girl. I'm gonna reverse that, Courtney, and I raise you to she failed 2 times while Marlo's negative energy was in the atmosphere. So we could call it, we could dice it either way, because I ain't seen Kenya fall this goddamn much since Marlo's got a peach.
But you know what? I also think Kenya's older, y'all. Like, she still looks amazing. Black don't crack. So we're not seeing that these ladies are actually older. Like, Kenya's in her 50s. Like, she's older. So she a little more brittle. She fought. Like, it's a little more serious. You know what I mean? So this is what we seeing for real. And it's not like a bad thing because she looks amazing. So we like ain't paying attention. These ladies are actually older. Like some of them, like, how old is Nene Leakes? Like some of them, are they 60? I don't know, but these ladies are getting old, you know. So I don't know. I noticed that. I was like, shit, I thought that too. Like, can you keep falling and hurting herself, whatever? But she old.
She old.
Yeah. Go ahead, Karma. Go ahead.
All right, so then they end up going to the pottery class. Marlo says a comment that since Kenya and Kandi are not around, the girls get along. It wasn't too much in this scene. You know, there was a lot of joking. They had a clip where it looked like in the episode that Manetta and Sanya were into it. They weren't. They were just playing and reenacting shit. So they had a good time painting and shit, but they did bring to Drew's attention that Kandi told after Drew ran out that Kandi had said and seen as if Drew was acting. And then they want to ask Drew how she felt. about Kandi saying that, since that's supposed to be your friend. So then Drew, was just like, she wanted to talk to Kandi. She also got an apology from Marlo for the very last, first 3 episodes of Marlo going off on her. So she did accept that apology.
Over that
But yes,
nephew
they are
thing.
stirring the pot by letting her know that Kandi said and seen during your emotional time, and Sonya and them were in confessional wondering if Drew was going to bring it to Candy's attention, or she's going to be scared or up her ass or whatever. Any thoughts about that scene right there?
I feel like you better be careful. They setting you up to beef with
They always
Kandi.
set people up. She's a little special. So then for the last night, they decide before Kandi leaves that they're gonna do a slumber party in Sheree's room. Sheree takes a phone call with Martell.
No.
Sonya and them says Martell is an amazing guy for Sheree.
Y'all still think
Um,
that?
They all get dressed and they start coming over. This was funny shade. I ain't even gonna hold Sheree. Sheree said that Kandi had came in looking like Cleo from Set It Off. She had about 5 braids to the back, a sweatshirt, and some sweatpants.
She was with them
Not
braids.
gonna lie, I could see it. That made me chuckle. That was some cute, funny shade there. So they kind of sit down, and Drew tells Kandi that she didn't like the shade, and Kandi apologizes. She said, she just had never seen her react in that way, and all of that. And Drew's like, I have plenty of acting gigs. I don't need to act all the time. I have a lot going on, and because it was such a crazy reaction, I thought that maybe you would have thought, what's actually going on, instead of thinking I was acting. I thought Drew presented her feelings very well, and Kandi apologized.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think Kandi won't apologize. You just can't talk to her crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna hold you. That was the episode pretty much. But then the last 10 minutes after filming, there was a little situation that we're gonna see when they come back next week, which is after filming went down, Kandi and Drew actually get into it because Kandi said that LaToya kissed Drew the last time Bolo was there. Bolo he does a lot. It's always a scandal anytime Bolo come on our screen.
Right.
Season 13, there was a little scandal when LaToya was there, and she was kissing Drew. Drew calls Kandi a liar. Y'all know how Kandi feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when Kandi said, I ain't got no reason to lie. The producer tells Drew, well, LaToya said that on the season 13 reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's the one that brought that up. And she says, well, LaToya told me Kandi told her to say that. So she was like, I don't think she was like, so it's not true. Marlo did have a funny shade moment in the confessionals. Marlo said at this point, she almost believed Drew, and she don't know if she saw what she saw because Drew sounds so believable. But Marlo agrees that she swore she saw her kiss LaToya as well. So when we come back next week, we're going to get the rest of that tidbit, plus the Ty scandal will be coming up. And we're going to find out if Drew likes to stick her face in the lady pond.
She probably does. Why did Kandi mention Bolo after
Well, in all honesty, I don't know, because it just went from a black screen to saying after production wraps up at 11:30 at night, and we get that back and forth. Marlo or somebody must have recorded it because production is gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know what led up to the conversation. I also have to say that conversation technically happened while cameras were down.
Yeah.
So whoever decided to pass that to producers is really the culprit here, because they added that into the editing, because production had wrapped. Production had wrapped for that.
I got you, but I still want to know why Kandi mentioned.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Do you think Kandi was like sorry that Drew called her out?
Because we don't get to see the full conversation. They could have been talking about gay shit. You know, every female trip, somebody want to show somebody their vagina. It never fails. On all the Housewives, somebody showing their vagina. Somebody always temporarily gay, right? I don't know. They could have been talking about that. They could have been talking about Drew's role in Candy's movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what they could have been talking about. And then she was saying, I knew you would have been good for the part because of how you kissed Latoya.
Yeah.
Who knows? Because we ain't seen the whole thing.
True.
But then it got heated. And then Drew called her a liar. And then Candy said, one thing I am not is a motherfucking liar. She said, I don't make up stuff about people.
Right. She don't play that.
We honestly haven't seen that. Now, we may have seen Candy in the past. For the most part, I think Candy has the most honest track record. We have seen moments where we would be like, Candy, you did say that. But for the most part, Candy has a very honest, even keel.
And that's why we like Candy, because we do get honesty. Even if
we get pretty honest track record. And I've never seen Candy just make up a lie.
And it seems authentic with Candy. So, like, and we like that. That's what I'm saying. We don't like contrived drama. And that's why Candy ain't giving us nothing, because, you know, she don't want to make up nothing. And we do not want Mama Joyce. We do not
like Candy ain't finna make up no drama. She not fit to make it up. But you know what? This sounds like it's about to be authentic drama, because you call Candy a liar, and that's one thing you're not gonna do.
Yeah.
So just like Marlo ain't gonna talk about Candy's business. So that may have been fake for Marlo, because we keep saying Marlo got fake beef, but Candy was dead ass with her responses because you're going too far.
Right. Okay. Well, listen. The reason why the reason why we did not have a show on Friday was because we were actually outside. Okay. We was outside. Karma and I was outside for 2 days together over the weekend. Okay. I'm tired, Karma.
But we was actually outside total for 4 days straight. And that's a lot on our body at this point in our life. That was a lot. Thursday to Sunday.
You're right.
That was a lot going on.
I'm still tired. It's bad. Let me see. So I did try to send some to myself to see if I can upload something, picture, video, show y'all like some footage or whatever. But
and shout out to Vernell. I need a t-shirt that say shout out to Vernell, who was able to give us an amazing opportunity to cover the Cincinnati Music Fest, or as the locals call it, the Jazz Festival.
Yes.
We really, really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Had an amazing time. Shout out to Vernell of Dillingham Films. Y'all check him out. He is on Facebook. He comments on our stuff, so you'll see him. He's on my Instagram. He's on my TikTok. I follow his YouTube. I will share his YouTube in the description. I'll add it so you guys can follow him. But support all he does. But he hooked us up. We got to be in the press. We got to sit with the nice people. Okay, we was cute. Let me see.
Shout out to Chicago. That's who we pretty much sat around, was a bunch of people from Chicago.
Chicago was in the building.
Let me tell you something. You know what's funny is that, and then I went up to Chicago for Beyonce, and what I noticed with Chicago people, y'all are like the Midwest Southern hospitality city. You know, like you can talk to Chicago and you can ask them, they just be talking. Cincinnati is like the Midwest New York.
Okay.
How many of us really know our neighbors? How many of us really be talking to people in grocery stores? Like, we really kind of stay to ourselves, unless we like went to high school together or whatever. I don't really feel like Cincinnati is a city that just has like an open welcome arms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're just not that.
You're right. Because I've always been the weird oddball, because I will say hey to people and do something, you know what I mean? And most people don't. And I don't know, maybe because my family's from the South. So I do, you know what I mean? I grew up here, but I would also go to the South where they would be cool. And I thought that was nice. So I kind of took that on. You know what I mean?
You know, in Cincinnati, you might say, hey, and they may not say nothing back to you. They may not say nothing back to you. So I always find that
I don't even take offense. I take it because I understand. Like, I feel like either way, you know.
Right. Girl, I be doing this and then taking my high back. Oh, hey, okay. Okay.
Give my eye back. I know that's
Yeah,
right. 'Cause,
put it right back in my pocket.
yeah.
I've been living on my street for 5 years. I just found out my neighbor to the left name a couple of weeks ago because he offered to fix my chair. I've been here for 5 years.
Well, at least he
We
offered
just
now.
wave. We just wave. We never had combo for real.
Now, see,
We
when I
just
moved here, it's older people, so it was instant. It was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I at least want to know my next door neighbor. Like, I really want to at least know that, if anything. But
we just
yeah,
have an understanding. Like if something, my street is quiet, so like if something's going on, like I can go knock on my neighbor door and ask her, like, "Hey, did you see blah blah blah?" But I don't know her name.
gotcha.
It's just an understanding. We just do one of these. I am like the street mom. Like I watch all the kids play in the cul-de-sacs, but I know the kids' names. I don't know their parents' names. I just like, "Hey, did you want them to come to my backyard? Is that okay?" And they be like, "That's cool." And that's it. It's weird. Cincinnati is weird. It's just an understanding here. I
Okay.
don't know. But Chicago can talk and they so nice. They are so nice. I haven't met a rude person in Chicago yet. They're very
You
nice.
know what? They make Chicago seem like it's so bad. You know what I mean? You don't have to
No,
like
I've been to Chicago a couple of times and not at all. Look, you know what, too? People be acting like Chicago, as soon as you get up the south side, you're going to get robbed.
right. They do.
And
It's
every
not
time I
like
stay in
that.
Chicago, I
It's
stay on
not
the
like
south
that.
side.
Yeah.
And if we're going to be honest, proportionally, Cincinnati has higher crime rates than Chicago
Mm.
because we're disproportionately, so we're smaller. But Chicago ain't no different than Cincinnati, in my opinion. There's certain streets your ass don't need to be on. You turn the corner and it's fine. It's birds chirping. It's pretty brownstones. It's I don't know. Like I always stay in High Park or Bronzeville. I don't have no issues. I've never stayed 61st and down. That's not where I'm going. So like where I've been at in Chicago is fine. I feel like I just navigate like it's my city, and I've been cool. Even what is that? I ain't even gonna say that neighborhood around South Shore Lake, South something shore with a lake. Even that area over there, because this masseuse I went to a couple of times, he's over there. And again, I didn't even know that was Kanye's old neighborhood. That it was cool. It's no different, honestly. They youth off the chain like ours, except they youth can still go outside. Ours got to go with a chaperone every goddamn where. Can't go to Kings Island. Can't go to the mall. Can't go to the movies. Y'all can't go goddamn nowhere.
They can't. And
They
we used to
can't.
do stuff at one
So
point.
I mean, I thought it was cool. I love Chicago. If I was to relocate, it would be to New Orleans or Chicago. But because I'm scared of hurricanes, it would probably be Chicago.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so I can put up a little bit of footage, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all us together, and then we can just give y'all some recaps about some stuff that we did, stuff that we saw, because it was cool. I had a good time. I had a real good time. And yeah, it was the music fest. It was a jazz fest. I was able to interview on the red carpet for the Cincinnati Black Music Walk of Fame. Y'all, that's like we got our own little Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's the Black Cincinnati Music Walk of Fame, where we honor people in the city with stars that have contributed to the music scene or whatever, and they're from our city, or they either were here, moved here, lived here, something to do here. And this year they honored James Brown, and y'all know he's passed, so his daughter was there to accept for him. So I got to interview her. They honored the Deal, which is a group that made a lot of big hits back in the day in like the 80s, the 70s, and 80s. And then Babyface and L.A. Reid actually come from that group. So they was in Cincinnati. Babyface wasn't there, but L.A. Reid was there. So I mean, it was just like it was amazing. It was the lady that wrote. Her name is Louise Shropshire. She wrote "We Shall Overcome." She wrote the hymn. She was from Cincinnati. Like "We Shall Overcome." Yeah, she's
Girl,
from.
we be having so many people from here, and I swear to God, I be never know. Because L.A. Reid is from here, isn't he?
Yes.
Or was that Andre Harrell?
He went to Hughes High School.
L.A. Reid went to Hughes, right? Like
Yeah.
the fact that I think I ended up finding that out at the Breakfast Club, I think he ended up going on there and telling us he was from Cincinnati. And I was like, really?
Yeah. So it's crazy. Like, we don't be knowing that it's people from here that like for real out there. They don't rep hard. So I got to interview Boosie Collins, right? Which Boosie Collins is from Cincinnati, but Boosie Collins always reps Cincinnati. Boosie Collins
did. Remember, he had the restaurant. He had the restaurant. He had a restaurant. We know Boosie Collins. He always stayed in his roots in Cincinnati for sure.
Exactly. And High Tech was there, the producer, and I got to talk to High Tech and thank him.
Is High Tech from Cincinnati?
Yeah, he's from Cincinnati.
Girl, shut up.
Yes. But he reps Cincinnati. High Tech reps Cincinnati. So
I wonder if we gonna put she ain't in music. Never mind.
Who?
Regina, because Regina got she got people over here.
Yeah, she got people here because she was here filming.
Regina got people over here.
I don't know if she's from
Regina
here.
Hall, not Regina King. Wait, did I just
Regina
confuse
Regina King.
Regina King, not Regina Hall. She got peoples from here. Because she be coming here. Yeah. So I wonder, but she's not music though. Yeah. Was Nick Lachey ain't black. Well, Isley Brothers, was they there?
They weren't there, but they were honored the first year. So this was the third year. The first year the Isley Brothers were honored. So they just honor different people when they come, and if they can't come, representative will come for them. Another man that was honored was Felipe Wynn, and he is from the group The Spinners.
Okay.
From Cincinnati. So he got honored this year as well. His sister accepted for him. So it was just like really dope to like learn by history, like of my city. Like these people put on for my city. What? Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm Cincinnati. You know what I mean? Like I'm always, even when I lived in Florida, like I was like Cincinnati. Like y'all gonna know where I'm from. So I've always been Cincinnati. So yeah, like seeing people that's like from here, like that just made me proud. And they have like an interactive park, y'all, where you can go in. It's open 365 days a year. It's for free. It's downtown near the banks. You can go in this interactive park and you can learn about people from Cincinnati that's made it, people that's honored, that you can see their stars, you can touch their stars, you can hear like them talking and tell you. I was on a beat machine making beats. It's like a high-tech beat machine, producing machine. Me and another guy was just making beats together. It was fun. It was so dope. So y'all should check it out. Bring your kids, your grandmas, your aunties and family. And it's free. And if you're not from Cincinnati, definitely check it out so you can learn our history and our culture. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope.
But only stay a weekend because Julie gonna get y'all in line. You can do everything you need to do here in the weekend now. We building some things, but you ain't gotta be here a whole week. Don't be asking us what to do. Once we give you what to do, that's what to do. That's what you can do.
Do that and go home. Okay. So look, this is me and Carla. We was cute though, right? Look at us. We was cute.
I was already tired, honey. I was already tired. Remember, that was when I kept going to the wrong stadium. Girl, that was the time, honey.
She did, yeah. She kept going to the wrong stadium. But we were doing an intro for it. And you guys, if you guys go, you are watching on YouTube, then just be looking out for the episode to come out where you can actually see it. And if you're on Facebook, go over to the YouTube. But you see, y'all, we was doing our little intro. We were talking. We was cute or whatever. I ain't showing y'all all of that. But let me see. It's one moment where Karma started a line dance, and I want y'all to see. She was like partying. So she said she was tired.
I was, but I also told Julie, y'all, one take of everything. I meant it from my soul. We was gonna get this footage and we was gonna be done.
She said one take. She was not playing. And I wasn't mad at her. I really wasn't mad at her. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, here we go. So look, I'ma just breeze through it too. You gotta watch the whole thing to check it out. You gotta watch the whole thing. When we was walking, people was noticing us from the night before. So the night before, I didn't upload it, and I'm gonna have it on probably both of our TikToks, but because it was just selfies. I was just recording on my phone, so I wasn't like I didn't have like Vernell there. But we like was partying and dancing and having a good time for Flo Rida, Ashanti, and Ludacris, right? And We met some people because we was just having fun. We was outside. We was bringing in.
I wonder if we can, and shout out to my friend that got the drink. I don't know where he is and wherever you are, but shout out to my friend that went into the trenches to go get that drink. 2 drinks, actually.
Yes.
We remember you and we thank you for your service.
We
navigating that crowd to go find us a drink.
Right. So he actually, like, not him, but other people, like, they met us that night. So people was recognizing us as we was walking. We were supposed to be getting B-roll, but we just started partying. So we was walking and greeting people and just dancing and partying and having a good time. And then Karma had us all doing a line dance show. I will show y'all like 2 or 3 seconds. Let's see. Now we partying. That's a party. Okay, yeah. Y'all see us? Look, y'all see that? Outfits. Can I remember her?
I do remember her. I'm the one that found her because her hat lit up. I saw her hat before I saw her because her hat lit up, and I love that for her.
Yeah.
They was having a good old time.
We had a real good time. Yeah, there you go. Look, here go Karma. Look, let's we line dancing. Come on, let's line dance. Let's do it right now. She started.
You know what was playing? Y'all know what was playing, girl. We had to get to it. Beyonce is here.
So we had a good time, y'all, for real. A really good time. Make sure y'all go to the YouTube and check it out. But I didn't talk about Thursday. Thursday night, Flo Rida poured me some shots down my throat. That was fun.
Because they go together now, y'all.
We do.
He kept flirting with her, and that's just what it is. He came over, he pulled Patron down her throat. She went to go get her a drink. He found her again in the audience.
Yes.
So they go together.
We go together. And then he came back to my side again. I was like, we go
together real hard. He wanted everybody to know.
Hey,
together.
How you doing?
Real hard. Now I don't know no Flo Rida song, but Boots and the Fleurs and the other song from Hangover. That's at the end of the thing. But Flo Rida's energy was amazing. He definitely know how to get the crowd hyped. So even if you don't know his catalog, you still gonna dance because his energy is just insane. It's insane.
I was talking so much smack initially, like seriously, I was like, I only know one Flo Rida song, and then like I had such a good time with his music, with the energy, with the crowd. You know, like I was like, oh, they here for Flo, okay, like I was like, okay, and this is why he gave a really good show, Ashanti looks amazing,
yeah,
Ashanti looks good.
My God. My God. I see why Nelly wanted that old thing back. She looked good. This look good. Y'all know my heart is with Candy, but for 2 seconds, I told Candy, like, I don't know if I can make it, honey. I just Shanti just up here doing things and singing stuff to me. She was singing to me, you know what I mean? Calling me baby and stuff on stage. It was just a lot. It's a lot. So,
and then Ludacris.
Motherfucking Chris. Lord Christopher.
Yes.
Shut the city down. And went overtime on his set, and we appreciate it.
We did.
We appreciate it. We hope he comes back.
Yes. Ludacris came out with the big pro.
Yes, looking like the Word of Mouth album cover.
Mm-hmm.
We loved it. He did all his songs.
It was great. For sure. We got the party. All the hits. Every hit. He said, I'm going to let y'all, for real, for him, all the hits. And it was amazing.
Move Bitch Get Out the Way is one of my favorite Ludacris songs. And I just had so much nostalgia that night. It was a great night on Thursday night, which was separate from the Cincinnati Music Festival. Okay, so can we be honest? Can we be honest? Mm-hmm. I was confused on how many things was going on at Cincinnati Music Fest. If I had one critique, I want y'all to get an app, and so I can go on the app and follow what was happening, because that concert was totally separate from Slick Rick.
Yeah, because so it was
they were going on.
This is the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Correct.
Hip hop has only been around for 50 years, y'all. Like, dang.
But that was part of the Cincinnati Music Festival, right?
But I'm just saying,
no, they weren't
touring because it's that. So what's other tours going on besides this? the Cincinnati Music Festival. Now, the
But it was
Cincinnati
a
Music
lot going
Festival,
on in the 4 or 5 day. I felt
yeah,
a little
I just feel like
overwhelmed
it was a
as
crowded
city.
weekend. I felt like that had nothing to do with this weekend because there was also Coco Jones. She was right
Where
across
was she at?
she was across the river for something. So it was
Girl,
like
it was a lot going
it was a
on. Like,
lot. It
it
was
was a
okay, and then
lot.
also okay, so Friday was the actual first. Well, okay, Thursday was a concert that we got tickets to because I don't know how, but thank you for now. Friday, we got tickets to the actual music fest. We probably would have went to the music fest, but the old school hip hop for the music fest was sold out. So there was extra tickets to see Luda, Flow Rider, and Ashanti, and we got into that. So thank you,
We
for that.
appreciate it. I want an app of what's going on when we do stuff like that. No,
Yeah,
for real, because I think Cincinnati, like when I was talking to people, everybody was split everywhere.
yeah,
I think people were like, we call the Black Taste of Cincinnati, Black Taste Cincinnati. That's now called,
Cincy Soul.
and then we called the Jazz Festival, but now, and then it was Macy's, and now it's Cincinnati Music Festival. I
Right.
think people were just kind of confused, and I think it was just a lot going on. I think they would have even had a higher turnout, as if every year we can click on the app of all the vendors, all the stuff y'all got going on, whatever parties, like an interactive app. Like
Yeah.
because I feel like I had that for, it's been a minute since I've been down there, but I feel like that's what Essence has.
Okay.
But don't quote me on it. It's been a minute. But one
That's
of these
probably
concerts
all
I've been
Essence
to,
stuff.
that's a large festival, has an app.
I feel like that's all Essence stuff. But everything that happened this weekend wasn't Cincinnati. It was like other stuff. So I feel like it was just a very cluttered weekend because Saturday there was a baseball game, a soccer game, the music fest, and the Black Taste.
It was a
And it
lot.
was
It was
Coco
a lot
Jones.
going on.
And it was Coco Jones.
And it was Coco Jones over the river.
Yeah. So it was a lot.
It was a lot going on. It was a little overwhelming. I would have wanted to see even more stuff. I just didn't know how much stuff. That's the thing. I just think Cincinnati, sometimes we don't know how much stuff be going on.
I think they should, like, next week.
I just want some type of app sometimes to just let me go in and see what's happening in the neighborhoods for the weekend, because I'd be like, who was here? Because if you ain't following certain stuff for whatever reason, we miss it. We miss it.
We miss it.
We miss it. That'd be my only critique, is that I just want us to have some type of
it's summer right now in our city, and they have like free concerts on Washington Park. And I'll be saying, oh, I'm gonna go, right? And I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna talk to Karma and probably record the show early and just go down there and party with my city and go to this free concert, vibe out, see people. Yep. But then I forget. And I'll be like,
they be having free concerts, they be having like Sauce on the Square on Thursdays. They be having a whole lot of stuff.
On the Square. It's like,
but that's why I want y'all to put it on an app. We digital at this time. Put Cincinnati on an app and having me Google what's going on. Like, just put it on an app of all the stuff that's going on, and I could click a zip code or in the area, and I could see all the free things or things that's going on. That would be helpful. City, get it together. I don't know who needs to put it together, but City of Cincinnati, I think Alicia Reed, somebody put an app together.
Alicia Reed just got this project off the ground.
Just to say, why are you doing that, Alicia? Can you go ahead and make a Cincinnati, what's happening in Cincinnati app, and that we can just log on?
Maybe even for the culture, because again, Alicia Reed was seriously for the culture, because this Walk of Fame is the Black Music Walk of Fame.
And she made that clear.
Yeah, and which I love. I love it.
And Alicia's trying to get Beyonce here, isn't she?
I believe so.
Was that Alicia that was taking over that initiation?
I heard that she said so.
Well, I think they already sent out the request. Now, whether or not Beyonce gonna answer it is on them, but I believe they were very dead ass and sent her management team a request by saying, "Can y'all come on in August?"
Yeah.
So I really hope the city gets Beyonce, because the Pittsburgh Steelers come here all the time, and they have their own bar. This is like a second home for Pittsburgh during football season, the way they be walking around.
They do.
And same thing with Cincinnatians that go to Pittsburgh. So they are, they might as well come on over and take their tickets that were canceled and come on and do it.
And also hook us up with two, so we can cover that as well. That would be amazing. Just saying, please. But that's it, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and finish eating. I was trying not to stuff my face this whole time, so I only had a little bit because I was like, if I don't eat, I'm gonna fall asleep. But we're gonna come back Friday. We got a lot of topics to talk about because we missed last week and we had lists then, so we're gonna have to figure out and pick and choose and crop and cut and figure it out.
Lord, you know what's been blowing up my inbox on a hot topic, and I just don't know how to feel about it. Just hilarious. I done got that TikTok.
Oh yeah.
TikTok.
I was saying that. I was like, I don't know if I want to talk to Karma about that one. I don't know how.
I don't know, y'all. I don't like to get into. It's a little murky right there. I don't.
I was like, I don't know about that one.
I don't know if I'm gonna talk about that. I don't know. I just want to say, maybe because I ain't respond. I did see it. I have seen you call for the commentary on Just Hilarious. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't see, and I think the issue is because certain topics, especially for me, I cannot have without a person in that community there, because then it gets too polarizing, and I never want to speak on trans topics where I may accidentally say something that may further harm that community due to my ignorance in some will or form or area. And I'm smart enough to know what range of topic. Now, I can say some things, but just to have like a full balance, I would have to talk to some of my trans friends, and I don't like to have whatever the girl said is what the girl said. I'm not getting into that. That's
what I was like. I don't think I can.
Boys versus the girls. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that because I don't have beef, and I ain't about to have no beef. I don't have no beef.
Peace. I said that too. Like I can't. I'm just gonna
I'm not doing it. So y'all could just scratch that off because I'm not doing it. If Julie wants to talk about it, I'll be going like this.
Absolutely not.
Okay, then we're off. You don't have to send us no more responses or TS Madison response back. We're not for Friday.
Just watching. Honestly, I'm watching. I'm just watching.
We're just observers.
Yeah. That's it.
So, thank you. I just had to clear that up because I got that shit about
I appreciate that because I'm not about to do this to myself or to you. I'm not.
No.
Can't.
No, thank you.
Just don't touch. So I'm not gonna touch it. But I do want you guys to touch our Amazon, right? And I want y'all support. So in the description box, right? Karma got this journal series out, right? And it's about to be back to school. So we got to get our daughters some really nice, or sons, some really nice journals. So they can take notes in class and be straight A students. Okay. Including style. Okay, so make sure you guys do that. Is the link is in the bio. And then my book, Woman to Woman, 10 Ways We Sabotage Relationships. It's in there as well. So support. Make sure y'all follow my girl Karma and myself if you ain't followed me yet on TikTok, because we be TikToking. And Karma just went viral. So y'all gotta actually look at her video.
I still can't believe that, y'all. I really can't.
So y'all gotta look at that video.
That's crazy.
Talk about it. Because what like the video that you actually stitched, Karma, like oh my gosh.
All right.
Yeah.
Girl, I promise y'all, I had no idea. People had to go call me and tell me I was in Chicago. I was shaking ass. You know what I'm saying? I've been on my B-Zooms. I've been with your ass. I think I recorded that video when we got back, when we got lost downtown. What was that, Friday night? Yes. We got lost.
Yes.
Got home and literally was like this and did that video. I had no idea. I was so confused because my notifications are off. I be trying to, separate. So my notifications be off until I go into an app. So I had no idea. None. Zero. So I'm still a little bit in shock that it happened, if I'm going to be honest, because I didn't know I said anything impactful because it's my everyday life.
Right.
You get what I mean? Sometimes you just forget. You forget because your normal is like this.
Yeah.
That you forget. I mean, hell, I just had to get Marley out the sink, y'all. Like Elijah called my name because Marley done climbed in my sink in the bathroom, chewing on toothbrushes and soap. That's my life. You see, I be coming on here cool as a fan, right? Because that's just every day. That's every day. So I had no idea like that was like not normal.
Yeah. It's not.
I didn't know that was not normal.
I think like, and that makes me like be like, okay, because seeing stuff like that, like it's parents like you who have children with autism, right? and you have multiple, right? And you've been in this for a minute, dealing with this, learning about it, getting it's your norm. You just
Yeah,
used to
just
it.
like right here. No,
Yeah.
you cannot come outside with just drawers and shoes. You cannot. What? You know what I mean? Like, it's so normal. It happens when I be talking to y'all all the time. It's just
Yes.
so norm for me at
Yes.
this point.
Yeah. And then I'm new. My son is actually being tested right now. I'm going through all the testing about being on the spectrum, and it's looking like he is. And we're just trying to, like learn and wrap our heads around any of it. But then I hear about other people, and I'm like, okay, well, Cairo is like a little more advanced than that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like understanding it and wrapping my head around what I'm dealing with. So when we see something like that, it gives us comfort for the moments that we tripping.
Girl, y'all not tripping. Y'all not goddamn tripping.
Yeah.
Y'all are not tripping. Like, it's normal to have those moments. I think because I have been dealing with it for so long and I've been able to multitask and find ways to be successful. This was a long journey. I remember crying to one of my best friends when I first found out Elijah was autistic for like 2 days because I didn't know if my son would ever talk to me. And I cried and cried, not because he had autism, but I was mourning the child that I thought I was going to have.
Right.
Just the relationship I thought I was going to have, and that it was going to be different. And I didn't know what that different looked like. It's been a long journey. I have locked myself in a bedroom before to get 5 minutes because Elijah would be screaming and running around in circles. Like, you have those moments. At this point, I'm a little immune to crying. But like, there's been moments for sure, and it's been difficult. It's been hard all the time. So I get it.
Like that's why stuff like that goes viral though, because it's like something that we just like. Because when you're in it, you just like you forget like.
You forget that you in this world until you see people. Like, I only felt compelled to respond because people was attacking her because she was having a moment. I'm like, y'all have no fucking idea. Because when she said he done drunk every bottle of water, I felt that from my soul. Marley opens up every hug juice she can find, everything she can find. She'll take one sip and open something else. I get it. No, you can't go outside. You're naked. So, it's just a normal day in the neighborhood for me.
Yeah. So, and that's why we're viral though, because it's real and it's relatable and it's like, okay. So you know what I mean? Like when we having those moments, because sometimes when you like feel like all eyes on you, you don't want to have to F nobody about your kid. You don't want to, you know what I mean?
I think I'm just nervous because I battle with how much do you tell and how much do you want to. That's why when people were so graciously offering like cash apps and GoFundMe's, I immediately made a video and said no, because taking money from the internet comes with entitlement. I seen what y'all do with thoughts and prayers, let alone with fucking $5 cash apps. Then I'm gonna have to show y'all freedom drinking the Pediasure and doing all this. Like, I didn't want to feel compelled to always show what I'm going through. So even now I'm kind of like stuck. And I told Julie this on the side, like, I'm a little nervous because I'm like, now that I understand the niche of what people want to see, I don't know how much I want you to see.
Right.
So now I have to really determine, like, what do I want to do with this platform? And I know for sure I am going to try to help as many mothers now with special needs, which is why I said, don't send me cash apps. So tag Amazon Fresh, tag Pediasure. Let's get some branding deals where I can sit down and ask them, can we get 50% off? Can we show a Medicaid card? Can we do some percentage? Like, I don't want to just help just me.
Right.
I don't want just me. So it's me. I have so many crazy stories in my inbox. God bless them. Women from all over was telling me their stories. And I'm like, now I feel compelled for all of us to get free Pediasure. And I got to figure it out.
Right.
Now I got to figure it out. Now we got to tag people because ain't nobody going to keep sending cash apps. We finna let these billion-dollar companies figure out a way to make it affordable. So that's now my mission now is to keep trying to find free shit and create programs for people to afford needs and stuff. I told them tag Cincinnati Children's because they have a waiting list for everything.
Yeah.
So we fit to have conversations.
Okay, so that's the thing. I'm on the waiting list to actually go to start this occupational therapy. Went to the first one, and now I'm on the waiting list.
And now you're on a waiting list. And you might want to find something else while staying on that waiting list because that waiting list can be taxing.
Mm.
It can be. And that's what I say, it's a very difficult, challenging role. And then when you do find them, sometimes they only have the opening during the time you work 12 to 1 every Thursday. Either take it or we move it to the next person. And now you got to make that work. So it gets very complicated. So I'm really hoping that now that I went viral, I'm going to just keep talking about these things people go through. And I'm hoping that instead of money that fixes something with a Band-Aid for the month, if people sent me money, I want to try and change the process of some of these companies and how they do things. Because y'all make $1 billion. Why do poor people got to figure out how to pay for Pediasure?
Right.
Or figure out how to get to therapy? Like, what can we do? You know, so that's my hope. I'm hoping it'll work out.
Me too. I like it. I'll keep it going.
All of us is, because every time we go viral and something good happens, say, look, all of us fixed it. We fixed it, y'all. We fixed it. Moving on to the next state.
Next
Moving on to the next city.
Right.
We fixed it. So I'm going to be very positive and hopeful. And I just hope everybody just stay with me and don't just, just that video. I'm hoping people follow along. So, because if we all say shit, then I promise you we're going to get Jeff Bezos and them to just be like, okay, we'll just send $10 million worth of this amount. We'll write it off on our taxes.
They can do TikTok, and that's how y'all gonna keep the journey going.
That's how we're gonna keep the journey going. And if you don't have special needs kids, it's still gonna benefit you in some type of way. Because if we can make room for one thing, we can make room for a whole bunch of other issues. So I'm hoping so. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if this work out.
All right.
So
well, hey, we gonna go. We gonna go. I'm gonna eat.
Go eat.
Make Karma put the cigarette out.
Girl. You know what's so funny is people say that, like, you gotta stop smoking and think about your health. Did y'all not just see my TikTok, bitch? We can't have it all. I'm not that type of person. We can't have it all. We can't be cute. We can't do this. We can't stop smoking and be like, something gonna have to give here. And the more that less stress is off my plate, the more things can go away, girl. But I just did like 5 loads of laundry and I gotta do it all over again before I go to bed tonight. And so, until then, we'll see y'all on Friday. You might see me in a bonnet. You'd be grateful if I change outfits, bitch, because that's how I be over here. I'll be passed out. So I'll see y'all on Friday.
That's right, guys. We will talk to y'all Friday, 7 o'clock. Peace.
Peace.